Polymorphism and method overloading. At first, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is an important concept of object oriented programming. It means more than one form that allow us to perform a single action in different way. It is a concept by which we can perform a single action in different way. Polymorphism is derived from two Greek words, poly and morph. The word poly means many and morph means form. So polymorphism means many form. Real life example of polymorphism. A person at a time can have different characteristics like a man at the same time act as a father, a husband and an employee. So the same person poses different behavior in different situation. Types of polymorphism. In Java, polymorphism can be divided into two types, runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism. Now, what is compile time polymorphism? Compile time polymorphism, it is also known static polymorphism. This type of polymorphism is achieved by two ways. One is method overloading, another is operator overloading. Runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism, it is also known as dynamic method dispatch. It is a process in which a function call to the overridden method is resolved at runtime. This type of polymorphism is achieved by method overriding. Method overloading. If a class has multiple methods having same name but different in parameter, it is known as method overloading. Method overloading is an example of static polymorphism. In this example, the class name is test. Within the class test, there is a three method name as is fun, but the parameter of first method is int a, the parameter of second method is int a and int b, and parameter of third method is char a. So it is the example of method overloading. The, there is three way to overload a method. First one is number of parameter. There is two function name as add. First function parameter is int. Second function parameter is int. So it is divided by number of parameter. Second option is data type of a parameter. So again the same function name add. First function name parameter is int. Second function add parameter is int and float. Third way is sequence of data type of parameter. The same function add. First function parameter is int float and second function parameter is float in. So in this three way the method is overloaded. Why method overloading is needed? Suppose we have to perform the addition of given number, but there can be any number of argument, let's say either 2 or 3 argument for simplicity. In order to accomplish the task, we can create two methods, sum2 int and sum3 int for 2 and 3 parameter respectively. However, other programmer as well as you in the future may get confused as the behavior of both methods are the same but they differ by name. To better way to accomplish these tasks is by overloading method and depending upon the argument passed, one of the method overloaded is called. This helps to increase the readability of the program. The example of overloading by changing the number of arguments. There is a function called area. Within this function, there is two methods, the same name. The method name is find. In the first method, there is an argument as a int l and int b. Within the first function, we just display the area of l into b, and within the second function, the function name is same as the find, but the parameter is int l, int b, and int h, and we display the area of l into b into h within this function. Within the main function, we create a object of area class, and using this object, we call both class, both function here dot find. Within the parameter, we passed 8 comma 5, so it is called the function void fund int l comma int b method, and again we using this object call the other function here dot find 4 comma 6 comma 2. It is find the uh, second function find int l comma int b comma int h. So that's why the overloaded the same function void fund, which is deferred the number of argument. Second method is method overloading by changing data type of argument. There is another class name called calculator. Within this calculator class, there is a two method. The method name is sum. The first method parameter is int a and int b, where we display the sum of a plus b, and second method is same name sum, but the parameter is float a and float b. Within this method, we display the sum of a plus b. Within the main function, we create a object of calculator class and call the function cal.sum 8 comma 5, which call the first function sum int, and when we using the object and call the cal.sum 4 comma 6 4.6 comma 3.8, it is automatically called the second function sum float a comma float b. So that's why the method is overloaded by changing the data type of argument. The last example is this method overloading by using sequence of data type of argument. There is a class called method over. Within this class, there is two function named void disp, but the first function, the argument or parameter is char c comma int num. Within this function, we display I am the first definition of method tips, and we, the second method is the name as same, but the argument or parameter is int num comma char c. Just change the sequence of the parameter. Within the second function, we display I am a second definition of method tips, and within another class there is another class called test. Within this test class, the main function is called, within main function we create a object of method over obj. The using this object obj, we call the first function obj.dips. Within this function, the parameter is x comma 51, which is called the first function void dips cat c comma int num, and using this object we call dips but the parameter is 52 comma y, which is automatically called the second function, which name is void diffs int num comma in cat c. So that's why the method overloaded using the sequence of data type as argument. So that's why the method overloading is working in Java. So thanks for watching.